What's up, everybody? I know I have not kept up with my YouTube channel, but I want to start vlogging a little bit more, keeping up with mixes, giving some advice on stuff that I'm doing. Also, as you can see behind me, my desk and everything is kind of in shambles because we're getting ready to upgrade. I am going to put my studio in a hybrid analog setup, which means we'll be mixing, analog outboard gear with processes from in the box. I use Logic Pro, so I'll be kind of sharing some of that process, how I hook up things, how I work the big console with all the knobs. I'm going from a PreSonus Studio Live Series 3 32 channel board, which was great. Clean preamps, technology was great, integrated with the DAW system with Logic, so I could turn it into a big controller. You could actually do some hybrid stuff on there with sending your USB out from Logic back into the board. So there's a lot of cool things that it could do. But sonically, I'm just looking for the sound that we all fell in love with. For those who really study engineering and the sound process, you get a lot of that, especially when you're dealing with instruments and bands. You get a lot of that from having it, on the console. So I actually just purchased a new Amek Rembrandt 40 channel console, inline console. So we've got short faders, long faders, split EQs, auxiliaries. It's got the patch bay on there, so it's going to be pretty huge. I think it's like 8 feet long. That will be delivered here tomorrow. So I'm excited. A good guy, Pete from World Famous Studios in Colorado, he actually upgraded to the Amek 9098, which is a killing beast console, like up there with like SSL and Neve and stuff. So he upgraded to that, and he had this Rembrandt for like 10 years. And so I bought it from him, and I'm glad to be taking it in. He's done a lot of metal and rock albums on it, and has really done some cool things as far as mixing and winning awards using that console. So I'm very, very happy to have a new home here in Hunter Studios. So we're gonna do some cool things. It's got the old school automation and recall on there, which is good for analog. Those who have worked on analog knows that once you finish your mix, if it's not good, then you got to take a lot of pictures, take a lot of notes, remember where knobs were, and you touched everything on the board. That's hard to do. So I'm excited about having the recall settings on there to help me, recall mixes and the analog stuff. Plus, I'll do some stuff in the box as well. And so kind of figuring out that workflow would be cool. But I'm extremely excited. So I just kind of wanted to make this. You guys will see some video and stuff, what it looks like now. I'll post some pictures of what it looked like previous with the PreSonus in here. So we're just going to be changing some stuff up, redoing the studio, and just really preparing Hunter Studios for the growth that has already taken place. Working with groups, working with bands, working with singers, and giving Oklahoma City a sound that has been missing, honestly. So for those that don't know, I do production work, engineering, mixing, mastering, session drums, and so we just kind of do it all here. And this is really, really going to be so cool. So I'm excited. For people that own studios or do studio work, having the large consoles like the kid in the candy shop, thing. So me and Pete will be commissioning the console once we get it delivered. It's like 600 pounds. It's gonna probably take like 6 to 8 of us to move it in here off the trailer and put it together. So I'll kind of get film of that, and then also just us, putting things together. It's got Elco 90 adapters to the patch bay. It's just a different setup than your typical, hey, let's plug in the XLR into a preamp. So I've got to put all that with my outboard gear and get it up and going. My converters, I'm using the Orion 32 Plus Gen 3 Thunderbolt as my converters for analog to digital. So when you use the analog boards, for those who don't know, and you're just used to kind of working on interfaces or things that kind of, talk directly to the computer, that is basically my tape machine that takes it into the computer. So, I can set my levels going in, and also bring them back out of the computer to mix on the console. So I'll be able to mix on the console or mix in the box. So we got a lot of cool things. So yeah, just stick around for this process. It's going to be great. Thank you guys.